I think I'm going to have to put the mic on the other side because this is the side that Joey likes to sit on. But what's up, guys? Welcome to day 80. Shit, I think it's 82. Maybe it's 81. Hold on. Let me check real quick. Sorry, I thought I was prepared. Today's day 82 of Grinding Until I'm a Millionaire. These are just my daily check-in videos. Trying to figure out what I do to get myself closer to 1 million so that eventually when I make it, somebody can look back through all the videos and be like, wow, there's some helpful stuff in there. Today, I worked all day and I don't feel like I got I didn't get anything done towards the brand. I kind of feel like a slave today. And it's a really interesting concept because it's like I woke up at 10:30, went to work at 11:30 and had a little break there in the middle where I came home and took her out, and then I went back to work until like 8. So realistically, it's like 8 hours. That's what most people work. 5 8-hour days and then 2 weekends like off. And so normally my shifts are like 4 or 5 hours, right? I work 25 hours a week at most. I'm very rarely up at 30 hours a week. And like, I'm very fortunate that the side hustles that I've built up over the last few years, like I make a little bit of money that I can use to pay my bills so that I don't have to work 40 hours a week. And the idea is that in those 15 hours a week that I'm saving, not working at a real job, I'm able to work on building and scaling the stuff that I've already built up and eventually build those into like more lucrative businesses. But anyway, like I was complaining about yesterday and the day before, I'm super broke. So I'm happy to work 8 hours. Like today I made okay money at work, I guess. And so it was worth my time to be there. But like, I think about if I had to do that every single day not every single day, every single weekday for the rest of my life, like what's the point? That like I wake up, okay. I went to bed at 3:30 the night before because I was editing this and putting it out there. Went to bed at like 3:30, woke up, 7 hours of sleep, 6.5 hours of sleep, woke up, took the dog out, got ready for work, went to work, came home, took the dog out, ate some food, went back to work, came home, took the dog out and went to the gym. But then that's really it. Like now I'm filming this and it's like 2 a.m. And so it's really hard to find the time to like do anything like if I'm working that much, if I'm working 8 hours a day, it's really hard to find the time to put out content that's eventually going to scale into something. Like that is a funky situation that I think a lot of people find themselves trapped in. Now, I will say I ranted about this a few weeks ago, like, maybe that's better. Right? Like I have this whole idea and this whole dream that I'm going to build up this business and then I'm going to sell it for 50, 60K. And then I'm going to reinvest that into building up a more lucrative and a more like, I don't know, in a better niche and da. And like, that's the plan and that's what I'm working towards. But damn, it makes it really hard to be happy and just enjoy the little things. Like if I could find myself content and be at peace with going to okay, I wake up, I have some coffee, I take the dog out, I chill for a little bit, then I go to work, then I come home, then I sit down, maybe I watch a movie, cuddle with the dog, go to the gym. Like if I could find a way to just be completely content with that, like make enough money, buy nice things, and then I'll be chilling. But I would be miserable. I think I would be miserable. The only time I worked 40 hours a week was when I was managing a tire shop. And I did enjoy that because I felt like I could just grow something and build it in the way that I wanted to build it. And that was a lot of fun. But it was a lot of work and I didn't have time to do anything else. And I could just see how easy it is to get tied up into like for example, I could probably finance a new car and have a nicer new car that I'm making $500-$600 a month payments on, and that would be cool. Like, it would be cool to have a brand new car and drive around in it, right? But $500 to $600 a month, like, think about that. What I'm doing is I'm buying myself, or I'm setting myself up to have to pay that much money every single month for the next, is it 6 years, 60 months, 6 years, 5 years? Anyway, for however long that is. And so like, and what that means is that I have to have a stable income with that much in abundance for the next 5 years to be able to pay for that. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, where I feel like I need to be in life is I need to have low expenses, and I need to be able to pivot. I need to be able to jump on opportunities. I need to be able to change my mind, and I need to be able to take risks. And that's probably a really big thing. And, you know, I've probably gotten myself into more of like a, what would be the word for it? Like living in too much abundance, I guess I would say. Over the last few years, like I used to live quite a bit cheaper, and moving here, I pay rent, which is a lot more than it would have been like in New Mexico or anywhere else. And all of these things are fine, but I guess what I'm getting at is like, if I'm able to live at, let's say, $700 a month expenses, if I could have rent, groceries, gas, like pay all my bills for $700 a month, and I can make, say, $2,000 a month in completely, like, say it's just from the business, like I have all of that free time and money to reinvest into scaling the business. And that's where I really need to be the more I think about it. And so like, yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of kick myself. I met this girl here in Phoenix before I lived in Phoenix, met this girl here, and definitely thought that she was the one. And so like, I think I put that above like what I knew I needed to do for myself. And so moved here, got into more debt, moving here. Now I'm locked into a lease. Like I'm stuck here. I've got to pay rent, and like lots of rent. And I'm kind of like stuck in, and I don't regret any of it, but I didn't do the smartest thing for me. The smartest thing for me is live somewhere way cheaper and save that money, put that money towards paying off debt, put that money towards investing it back into the business and scaling that. And now I've got to run on such razor thin margins. Like maybe I have another $500-$600 a month that I could set aside to save or to reinvest. And it's probably actually less than that right now with how low affiliate sales are. But if I wasn't here paying rent and like, or if I live somewhere with quite a bit cheaper rent, that could be so much extra money that could just be going towards like saving, investing, scaling, like outsourcing content. And I'm like, it's just like one of those live and learn things for sure. I don't regret any of it. It is what it is. But if I could do it over again, I'd probably put myself in a situation that didn't rely on anybody else. And I think that's a very, very important thing for me moving forward is like, I'm a control freak. And if I have control over a situation, I know that it's going to be manageable, pivotable, and like work out okay. But when that control goes towards somebody else or is split with somebody else, I have a really hard time with it. And I can't really control it. Well, obviously I can't control it. So that's a tough thing for me. And moving forward, I don't know. I think maybe my plan now, my goal is that at the end of the lease, I think we have 6-7 months left at the end of the lease. I want to move to Bali, and I want to live there off of the passive income that I'm making and not have to work a real job, but live very cheaply, get by with that money, and like spend time creating content and growing the brands. And I want to do that. I got to it's so expensive to live here in the States. Now there's other states, and if Bali doesn't work out, like if I don't have the income to do Bali, then I'll probably move to another state where it's quite a bit cheaper to live, and I will just live cheaply, save the money, reinvest the money, and scale this brand. Like, put my head down, work on it 2-3 years. I really want to get my second channel up to the point where I can sell it for 50-60K and then use that money, pay off the rest of my debt, and have the rest of the money set aside to start another brand, and in more of an investment way. I got so many good tangents to go on. I hope you guys listen to these and enjoy them. But the lady who got the money from Mr. Beast, so he just posted a video, live 100 days with a stranger and you win 500 grand, or you split 500 grand. She's a genius. Because in that Mr. Beast video, it's her and this other guy. And throughout the whole video, this happens a lot in Mr. Beast videos, but throughout the whole video, you're building like a connection with both of them. You're like, she's so cool, or he's so cool. Like, I love their vibe. I love how they get along. I love how they do this. And, at the end of the video, the challenge is over. That's donezo. So with that, like, I just carried on. I didn't think anything of it. And then I saw a video recommended today, and it was like spending $185,000 that I won from Mr. Beast or something like that. And it was her. It was this girl who won Mr. Beast. I don't even know her name. I think it's Lizzie or something. But like, she is so smart because she took kind of that wave that she was riding from the Mr. Beast thing. I guarantee nobody from the video is like, oh, let's go see what she's up to. Nobody cares. But like, it got picked up by the algorithm, and she played off of that so much. Like, she now has that money that she can do. She definitely paid somebody to edit the video. She paid money to like get the view, or like to do the stuff for the video. And so she's just the ultimate of reinvestment. And even if she spent, like, she didn't, but even if she spent every single dollar on one video that she earned from Jimmy, she probably could make her money back if she spent it in a video growing that brand. Like, that video has millions of views. If her channel wasn't monetized before, it's definitely monetized now. And like she has taken that 10-minute video or 15-minute video that she was in with Mr. Beast and like built something off of that, if that makes any sense. Like, if she keeps making videos that were as good as the one that she made, she's fine. Like, she's gonna double, triple, quadruple that money that she won versus just spending all that on herself and carrying on. Like, she is very well played, smart move. And I saw that and I was like, good for her. But anyway, I guess where I was going with that was like, when I sell the brand and I have that $50,000-$60,000, it'll be a lot easier to like roll that into like, okay, I have a set video editor for 10 months to build out this amount of content, have this guy design the website, have this guy write the blog post, like boom, 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 here's the hit list, and like spend 6 months contracting out that work and building, because I really know what would need done when I'm there. And like, I guess I could do it right now on my own, but it would just take so long. And at the rate things are changing, like I used to be able to write blog posts for the website and like put them out, and it would take me a week or so. I'd put out a good blog post and then I move on to the next one. But now I'm just in this phase where I like, that is not good enough. I need 5 a week. I want 5 a week, and I also want 5 videos a week on this channel. I want 30 shorts a week across the 2 channels. And so like, my time has to be dedicated into outsourcing that stuff from other people, even if it's not going to be the same quality. Like, my time has to be spent getting those things done, because I literally cannot do it all on my own. I can't. I know what needs to be done, but I don't have the time to do it all on my own. And that's the really hard part, especially without a lot of money coming in. And so anyway, that's kind of my long-term plan, is get out of here, live somewhere cheaper, live below my means, just pay off the debt, and just keep building, build up the brand, sell it for 50-60K, roll that money into another brand in a more competitive niche, and build it like with professionals. Maybe that's not even enough money. Maybe I need to shoot for 100K, and I don't know. It'll happen. What is it today? December. You're a good dog. It's December at 2020. It's almost 2024. So like by 2030, I think I'll hit it by 2030. Millionaire by 2030. Don't know. But anyway, I felt like a slave today, and I was really thinking a lot about at work how I go to work and I work there for 8 hours, and in sales, let's say I generate $1,000 in sales, in food sales. So I'm a server, right, at Olive Garden. Let's say I generate $1,000 in food sales. They paid me hourly. They paid me $80. I brought in $1,000 in sales. They paid me $80. Now, there's a lot that goes into that $1,000, right? Somebody has to cook the food. You've got to have the food. You've got to have somebody to manage the people who cook the food and somebody to manage the people who sell the food. You got to have the building. You've got to have the equipment. You've got to have the licenses. You got to have the permits. You got to have insurance. So like, there's a lot that goes into it, no doubt. But I just like, I don't know, man. I get in my head and I think about all this. Like I was thinking about it at work. I'm like, wow, I bring in $1,000 in sales. They pay me $80. Let's say they pay the managers at most a couple $300 a day, right? What was that? $30, $40 an hour. Sounds about right. So just right there, like I've brought in more in sales than they're paying in me bringing in the sales, and the person who manages me in the kitchen. Pay the kitchen people, you pay for the food, very good margins on food, and like the building's depreciated out probably 10 years, maybe even longer. The equipment's depreciated out 10 years. What, 3,000 days, 3,600 days. And so, okay, this is a fun thing. So 365 times 10 years is 3,600 days. Let's say you spend $1 million on the equipment and the building and all of that stuff. Divided by 3,650 is $273 a day that you're spending on the building and the equipment if you paid $1 million for it and you're depreciating it out over 10 years. So $273 a day for the building. I brought in $1,000, just me. Brought in $1,000 in sales. Let's say we've got 50% margins on food. I'm sure it's higher. It's freaking pasta. It comes out of a box. And so even then, let's say gross $500 out of my $1,000. That already pays for the building, that pays for the manager, and that pays for me. And you've got 10 of me doing that. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Like when you think about a business that way, and then you've got 10 of me doing that at that location, then you've got 1,000 different locations. Like, God, it is, when you break it down like that, it's so easy. It's so easy because you just have to find people who are happy with working and making a living. And then you just take the risk, you come up with an idea, you hire those people, you come up with a system, and bang, 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 bang. Next thing you know, you got hundreds of thousands of dollars a day, maybe. It's just wacky to think about. Granted, very expensive, but at that rate, like it pays for itself over time. Once the building's wrote off or depreciated out, it's all profit after that. Like you have upkeep and everything like that. I would not, then if I were to start a business, somebody gave me $1 million and said, oh, let's start a business. It would not be a restaurant. It would not be brick and mortar. Brick and mortar is going to be dead. Restaurants can't die, but they're tough. I think they're tough. I hated the food industry. I hadn't worked in the food industry before until I did the marketing at Roadhouse in started in 2020. So anyway, being in the restaurant business, I was like, wow, it's different, but it's hard. It's like, it's I think it's very hard to scale. Software would be something to get into. AI is going to be huge. I don't know what that's going to look like, but anyway, there's a lot of different directions to go. I don't know what direction I would go, but what I need to figure out is I just need to build the brand, sell it for the 50, 60K, maybe 100K. And then by that time, I'll know where I want to go with that money and what I want to work on next. But that's my plan. And I get distracted a lot when I'm talking, but I don't know. 82. Didn't do much except go to work. I'm going to spend the money I made at work today on motorcycle tires. Probably not tomorrow. I'll probably do it on Thursday. I need to give away my morning shift on Thursday so I have time to get the tires put on, because it rained today after work and I'm like riding this. You can see the treads on the back tire, like that needs new tires bad. I shouldn't even be riding it, but I'm poor. And anyway, I'll spend the money that I made today on some new tires and need to do that sooner than later for sure. But then Christmas is coming up. We'll get there, guys. We will get there, and I'll teach you guys. Oh, you can learn from all of my mistakes, okay? Anyway, that's day 82. I'm going to go edit this video. It's 2:11 in the morning. I need to start doing these earlier because I'm not going to get to bed until 3 and then I have to work again in the morning. But appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for supporting me. I like all of the nice comments. You guys are super nice and supportive, and I appreciate that. We'll see you guys tomorrow on day 83.